A warm welcome to you. This is the comprehensive news package for the day. I am Okpeyemi Adewumi. First, the highlights in today's bulletin. President Tinubu unveils electric tricycle to boost youth empowerment. Southern Governors Forum, Southern Nigerian Traditional Rulers Council passed vote of confidence on President Tinubu's administration. Senate prescribed death penalty for kidnappers. And on the foreign scene, Venezuela bans 6 major airlines after tensions with U.S. escalates.
And on business news, federal government restates supports for private sector investment. I bring you details of this and other stories on the business segment of the news. I am Olayemi Takuro. Stay tuned.
Still on the news. And Slot not worried about sack despite Liverpool poor run of form. I bring you the details of this from the world of sports. I am Shei Arao Tongowe.
It always seems impossible until it is done. Not to forget that you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv at Ogun State Television, on YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on this platform: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. President Bola Tinubu has launched the Electric Tricycle Empowerment Initiative, a new national program designed to reduce transportation costs, promote clean energy, and expand job opportunities for young Nigerians. He said the rollout of electric tricycle reflects his administration's commitment to building a greener, more inclusive economy while empowering young people to become self-employed and self-reliant. Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Muhammadu Magadi, launched the Federal Ministry of Youth Development Initiative in partnership with House of Destiny Global Services and National Commercial Tricycle and Motorcycle Owners and Riders Association. He noted that the scheme aligns with Nigeria's National Energy Transition Plan, which aims to promote cleaner mobility and significantly cut carbon emission. According to him, electric tricycle can reduce transport costs by up to 40% while offering a cleaner, more efficient alternative to petrol-powered models. Tinubu commended the Ministry of Youth Development for championing the project, saying the initiative demonstrates a resolve to reduce transportation costs, lower pollution, and create sustainable job opportunities for Nigerian youths. The Southern Governors Forum and the Southern Nigerian Traditional Rulers Council have jointly passed a vote of confidence and endorsed the re-election of President Bola Tinubu in 2027. Chairman of the forum, who is also the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Takpo Abiodun, made this known in a communique issued at the end of their inaugural joint meeting held in Iperu-Remo in Ikenne local government of Ogun State. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Gani has the details.
The Southern Governors Forum and the Southern Nigerian Traditional Rulers Council converged on Iperu-Remo in Ikenne local government, the country home of Governor Dapo Abiodun, to deliberate on issues that will bring meaningful socio-economic development to the region. After several hours of deliberations by the two bodies, the chairman of Southern Governors Forum read out the communique saying President Bola Tinubu's steadfastness and commitment to national stability, economic reforms, and ongoing security improvement across the country is the reason for the vote of confidence passed in him for re-election.
The Southern Governors Forum recalled the Asaba Accord, wherein Southern governors in May 2021 unanimously advocated for a president of Southern extraction. Again, the forum restates its support for a Southern president and in person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The forum addressed attempts to sow discord and propagate disinformation and fear within the region. It wishes to reassure all our citizens that Southern Nigeria remains united, we remain indivisible, and we are committed to peaceful coexistence across religions, religious and cultural lines.
The forum further resolved to establish zonal security funds, adopt a unified intelligence sharing framework, and strengthen regional security outfits, urging member states to work with the National Identity Management Commission on a unified resident identification system and intensify the fight against illegal mining.
The forum resolved that each member state in each zone, that is, Southwest, Southeast, and South-South, shall jointly invest in equipment that will allow effective communication across state lines, such that criminals will not be able to run from one state to the other without the other state expecting them. Advocacy for state policing. The forum reiterated its long-standing call and support for the establishment of state police as a constitutional imperative. They emphasized that the success of community-based and regional security outfits underscores the urgent need for decentralized policing.
The communique, while calling on the people of Southern Nigeria to remain united, indivisible and committed, assured that the region will strive harder in promoting peaceful coexistence in the country. Yusuf Ganilu, Ogtv News.
Moving on, the Senate has taken a firm stance against the country's worsening insecurity, declaring kidnapping a form of terrorism and recommending the death penalty for offenders without the option of fines or judicial discretion to reduce sentences. The resolution followed hours of tense debates triggered by the November 18 attack on Christ Apostolic Church, Iruku in Ekiti local government area of Kwara State, where gunmen killed 2 worshippers and abducted 38 others. Although all victims were later rescued in joint operations involving the Army, police, DSS agents and local vigilantes, lawmakers said the incident exposed the alarming southward drift of insurgent cells and the collapse of security in rural communities. The decision stemmed from a motion by Senator Yisha Kwara South titled "Urgent Need to Address Escalating Insecurity in Kwara, Kebbi and Niger State and Strengthening National Security Frameworks," which opened a floodgate of concerns over attack on schools, worship centers, highways and entire communities. Senators noted that the frequency of school abductions have forced the shutdown of all schools in local government across Kebbi and Niger State, 5 local government areas in Kwara and all 47 federal unity colleges nationwide. Senator Issa Jibrin decried the country's critical manpower deficit in security services, warning that Nigerians' entire military, police and paramilitary personnel did not total 1 million compared to Egypt's 1.5 million. He pushed for urgent equipment upgrades, better intelligence coordination and a reserve force to support overstretched troops. Following a presidential directive, the Inspector General of Police Olukayode Egbetokun has confirmed the withdrawal of 11,566 officers previously assigned to very important personalities. Egbetokun made this known during an ongoing meeting with senior police officers in Abuja, noting that the presidential order has given him the mandate to fully implement the directive without interference. According to him, no VIP would question the recall of their security personnel since the instruction came directly from the president. He urged officers to remain professional and committed to securing the nation, stressing the need for round-the-clock efforts to prevent criminal activities across the country. The IGP added that the police would not relent in addressing current security challenges and are working closely with other security agencies to ensure national safety. The Ogun State government says it is taking stronger measures to protect farmers, herders and livestock producers across the state amid rising national security concerns. At a stakeholders meeting on agricultural security, The State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Bolu Owotomo, reaffirmed the government's commitment to peaceful coexistence and a coordinated response to farmers-elders conflict. Our reporter was at the Veterinary Service Department at Abeokuta, the venue of the meeting. Our report.
The growing conflicts between farmers and herders, alongside cases of cattle rustling, dominated discussions at the stakeholders' security meeting. Ogun State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Bolu Owotomo, says agriculture, the backbone of Ogun State's economy, depends on both crop and livestock production for food security, job creation, and rural development, and to strengthen harmony, the creation of the Farmers Herders Reconciliation Committee.
I call on all stakeholders to contribute sincerely, share experiences, and recommend practical solutions that will help us forge a peaceful and productivity-enhanced future. This government stands firm in its resolve to protect farmers, support herders, enhance security, and sustain peace across our communities.
The committee is tasked with swift dispute resolution, verification of crop and livestock losses, community sensitization, data collection, and rebuilding trust between farmers and herders.
We know that the effort that has been put in place for the relative peace in Ogun State, the immense contribution of the stakeholders, the committee, that has achieved a lot.
We are here to listen to ourselves and discuss matters, because when there's no communication, when there's no discussion, the tendency of complicating matters is very high. But whenever we sit, no matter how small it is, we resolve matter.
If there can be tolerance between the farmers, the herders, and other stakeholders, there will be peace.
Participants described the meeting as timely, particularly given the current national security challenges.
It's the right time that the meeting has happened, and I believe it will go a long way to sensitize both the farmers and the herders to operate, to work hand in hand.
It's been successful that even the herders, they are now saying that yes, it is time for them to collaborate with the farmers, and I will know that positively Ogun State is going to lead in terms of peace between the farmers and herders.
The one-on-one sessions allowed stakeholders to share experiences, propose practical solutions, and discuss strategies to enhance both community safety and agricultural productivity. At the end of the meeting, a communique was issued summarizing key recommendations. Margaret Okunlola, Ogtv News.
Still to come on the news, Ondo State government declares zero tolerance for gender-based violence, focuses on digital abuse. More news and reports after this timeout. Stay with us.
Believe in, and that you prefer to see what you're buying before you pay. If this is you, you can pick up any of your items at a Jumia pickup station near you and then pay. Download the Jumia app today. Jumia, joy delivered.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer. Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as Sure Banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. No go Bible.
Victor, even you, they use money point.
Of course, now they use money point.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching Ogtv Comprehensive News Package for the day. The Ogun State College of Nursing Sciences marks a major milestone as it convocates its 2022 set of graduating nurses and midwives. At a ceremony in Abeokuta, the Governor, Prince Dakbo Abiodun, rewarded the best graduating students with 1 million naira, while other award-winning graduates received 500,000 naira each, alongside additional gifts from the Ministry of Health and donors. Represented by the Deputy Governor, Engineer Naimot Salako Oyedele, the Governor urged the graduates to see their graduation as both a celebration of achievement and a call to responsibility, emphasizing compassion, professionalism, and excellence in their practice. Tony Ugudipe's report is presented from our studios.
Established in 1976, Ogun State College of Nursing Sciences has a long-standing tradition of training highly skilled healthcare professionals who serve communities across Ogun State and beyond. At the convocation ceremony in Abeokuta, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dakbo Abiodun, who was represented by his deputy, Engineer Naimot Salako Oyedele, rewards the overall best graduating student with 1 million naira, while other award winners receive 500,000 naira each, alongside additional gifts from the Ministry of Health and private donors. In his address, Governor Abiodun emphasizes that the pathway of purpose is a journey that requires dedication, hard work, and a genuine desire to make a difference.
The college is widely recognized for producing competent, ethical, and compassionate nurses who serve with distinction across Nigeria and beyond.
In her opening remarks, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tomi Koka, reaffirms the college's vision to transform nursing by preparing practitioners who apply knowledge, research, and problem-solving skills to meet the health needs of their communities.
You are called to serve with humility. You are endowed with an act and sense of caring.
In our welcome address, the Provost of the college, Dr. Geminat Shudimu, highlights that nursing is rooted in human connection, urging graduates to keep empathy at the heart of their practice. She adds that society needs their intelligence, innovation, and compassion to build a healthier world.
To improve health services and outcomes across the nation. And each of you represent a vital unit in that equation. By staying committed, supporting one another, and seeking lifelong learning, you won't just reduce the shortage. You will become the catalyst that turns the tide.
Delivering the keynote lecture, Dr. Shafiu Ademola, head of the nursing department at Crescent University, calls on the new nurses to stay committed to innovation and continuous learning. He encourages them to solve healthcare problems creatively and appeals to the Ogun State government to upgrade the college to a degree-awarding institution, describing it as one of Nigeria's best.
You need to be courageous, suggest ideas, don't keep quiet, say it out, even when you think it is wrong, you shall be corrected.
The overall best graduating student, Grace Adelakun, expresses gratitude on behalf of all graduates, appreciating the management and staff of the college for their dedication and commitment to excellence. She promises that they will represent the institution with pride as they begin their professional journey.
Away from that, the national chairman of Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu support group, Otumba Abayomi Odunowo, has advocated that sabotage should be treated as a national security offense rather than dismiss it as a labor issue. He stated this while reacting to recent revelation by Alhaji Aliko Dangote that his $20 billion refinery faced 22 deliberate sabotage attempts from Nigerians before it finally came on board. He noted that in this regard, the power enjoyed by unions must be counterbalanced with a strong emphasis on accountability, transparency, and performance evaluation, while he also called the revamp of public sector jobs. Odunowo equally argued that the nation's reward system must shift from seniority or entitlement schemes to performance-based evaluations. He concluded by noting that private investment must be protected by legal framework from insidious threat posed by disgruntled insiders, ensuring that productivity thrives rather than culture of sabotage. Ogun State House of Assembly has passed a resolution requesting a comprehensive compilation, publication and digitization of all existing laws of the state to enhance accessibility, preservation and revenue generation, even as the Ogun State Development Planning and Project Community Law 2025 was read for the first time during the plenary. Correspondent Kolawole Osho covered the plenary, presided over by the Speaker, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide. Details of his report are presented in this package.
The passage of the resolution titles the need for compliance, publication and digitization of law of Ogun State for accessibility, preservation and revenue generation followed the motion moved by a member representing Ijebu North East State constituency and the sponsor of the resolution, Honorable Lusheun Adesoya, seconded by the minority leader Lukman Adeleye and supported by the entire House. Speaking on the motion, Adesoya noted that the state had enacted several laws over the years which had become difficult for citizens, legal practitioners, institutions, and investors to access due to poor documentation. He stressed the need for digitization of the state's law to promote transparency, ease of doing business, and institutional efficiency, while emphasizing that the process would also create revenue opportunities through subscription-based access.
I move that this honorable House mandate the Ministry of Justice to develop and manage a secure, accessible online legal portal that will serve as a central repository for all Ogun State laws, accessible to government institutions, federal professionals, and the general public with a paid subscription model where appropriate.
On their part, former Speaker, Right Honorable Olakunle Oluomo, Minority Leader, Honorable Lukman Adeleye, and other members, while contributing to the motion, called on the state government to create an online platform for all state laws alongside local government bylaws to ensure easy access and aid public awareness. They sought the need to resume the publication of the state laws and commended the sponsor of the initiative, adding that the digital platform would serve both the public and private agencies effectively. The motion for the adoption of the debate was moved by Honorable Adesoya, seconded by Honorable Watunde Teller, and supported by all the lawmakers, while Majority Leader Yusuf Sharif later moved that the motion be adopted as a resolution of the House, seconded by his minority counterparts, and unanimously supported by the entire lawmakers. The Speaker, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, who also lent his voice on the motion, thereafter directed that a copy of the resolution be transmitted to all stakeholders so that the implementation process could begin.
We have found a lot of views to this effect, so we want to have accurate records of all our views, all our resolutions, and members must be availed.
In a related development, a bill titled Ogun State Development Planning and Project Community Law 2025 was read for the first time during the plenary by the clerk and head of legislative service, Mr. Shakiru Adebakin.
In furtherance of his youth center approach to representation, the senator representing Ogun Central, Senator Shahib Salisu, has presented 200 laptops, computers to undergraduates across his constituency. The formal presentation follows a 3-day ICT training program for selected students from tertiary institutions in Ogun Central, held at his constituency office in Olorunshogo, Abeokuta. Senator Salisu also used the occasion to reaffirm his commitment to partnering with relevant federal agencies to ensure the completion of the Adaton or Data Road. Matthew Shomi reports.
As part of ongoing efforts to empower young people through digital skills, the chairman, Senate Committee on ICT and Cyber Security, Senator Shuaib Salisu, facilitated a 3-day ICT capacity building program for undergraduates and recent graduates from Ogun Central. Participants, including student union leaders, representatives of the Christian Association of Nigeria, and the League of Imams and Afars, benefited from the training organized in collaboration with the National Productivity Center and Abaka Infrastructure Nigeria Limited. At the end of the program, laptop computers and cash support were presented to the beneficiaries. Addressing them via Zoom, Senator Salisu highlighted additional initiatives designed to widen opportunities for youth within the ICT sector.
I am going to go with relevant ministries of federal government to ensure that the Adako Ibadan Road is completely reconstructed. I have 3 bills that are almost ready for presidential assent. One of them is National Digital Economic and E-Governance Bill. The 3rd bill is National Internship Program and Youth Unemployment Benefit Scheme.
Aides of the senator encouraged beneficiaries to apply the knowledge and tools given to them to create sustainable economic prospects and enhance their participation in the digital economy.
I know the training is enriching. You must all have made them, but your journey is just beginning.
And what you have gained today, you have imparted a knowledge that nobody can take away from you.
It is your turn. Students. She's a student.
Some of the beneficiaries expressed appreciation, describing the support as transformative and timely, particularly as ICT continues to shape career pathways globally.
One of the first time we are experiencing this as a student union representative in Ogun Central Senatorial District.
This has made me know that life is beyond just traditional method, and we have other digital skills that you can be able to make headways.
This is my first time of having attending a program like this. Senator Salisu, thank you very much. Just continue to be a good representative of Ogun Central.
They pledged to maximize the opportunity and contribute positively to society. Matthew Shoumi, Ogtv News.
An outreach towards sensitizing the public on an open crusade with a team Only Believe, organized by the Mountain of Fire Ministries, has been intensified in the marketplaces, streets and schools in Isheri and its environs, imparting on people. The team of crusaders were spotted at the community secondary school Isheri, where all the students were provided with writing materials, including exercise books, and were encouraged to shun violence and excel beyond the best. Fawora Adisowo reports.
The Mountain of Fire Ministry is leaving no stone unturned towards extending hands of fellowship to all and sundry. According to the crusade commandant of the ministry, the church has been impacting on various communities with food evangelism, and it is now reaching out to schools in Isheri with a lot of writing materials.
Everywhere we go to do a crusade program, we always try to do an outreach that will involve the local community, and we will always want to give back to the community part of the goodies that Jesus has blessed us with. Everywhere Jesus went, he was always doing good. If he preached to people, he fed them.
At the public school, Isheri Community Secondary School, the needs of some students were met unexpectedly. Precious Eze, the head girl, was one of them.
Well, I will not lie. I needed books today and pen, and well, I just got it now, so I'm really grateful.
The crusade commandant and his team had told the students to fear God, shun violence, be patriotic, and aim for the sun in their academic pursuit.
Everyone in the OPIC Isheri area are the ones who is going to hold at the Isacon Mini Stadium behind Channel TV. That's where we're going to be Saturday evening and Sunday evening by the grace of God. Everyone from all over the world is invited to join. Even people can watch online.
The head boy of the school, David Oke, expressed appreciation to the Mountain of Fire Ministry for his gestures.
It's going to make a lot of impact, especially those that don't have much notes that their parents couldn't afford. This is going to be a lot of help to them to make them complete their notes.
The outreach was part of the activities to create awareness for the church 2-day open crusade coming up on Saturday 29th till Sunday 38th November 2025 at the stadium behind Channels Television, Isheri, Ogun State. The theme of the program is Only Believe. Adefowora Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
The federal government has confirmed that former President Goodluck Jonathan is safe and has left Guinea-Bissau following the military takeover in the country. Guinea-Bissau's presidential and legislative elections on November 23rd were disrupted when a group of military officers announced that they had seized power, declaring the removal of the president and the suspension of the electoral process. The Nigerian government condemned the forceful takeover, joining the African Union and the ECOWAS electoral mission in denouncing the coup d'etat. Jonathan, who was in the country as part of the ECOWAS monitoring mission at the time of the announcement, became a subject of concern over his safety. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, through its spokesperson, assured the media that the former president is safe and has already departed Guinea-Bissau. The move to strengthen international cooperation takes center stage again as Obafemi Owode local government in Ogun State intensifies efforts to cement strategic partnership with the city of Dover in Delaware, United States of America. Under the leadership of Honorable Lanre Ogunshola, the council is pursuing foreign direct investment that would enhance agricultural development, commercial growth, and educational exchange. Details are in this package.
As the local government with the largest landmass in Ogun State, Obafemi Owode remains an agrarian hub with vast potential for both farming and industrial expansion. This marks the second official visit by the Honorable Lanre Ogunshola administration to the city of Dover, Delaware, to explore mutually beneficial opportunities capable of transforming the council's economic outlook. Without missing words, Honorable Lanre Ogunshola highlights the purpose of the visit, noting agriculture, commerce, and education as the core areas of intended collaboration. He explains that Obafemi Owode local government presents some of the best prospects for investors, aligning with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and the developmental strides of Governor Dapo Abiodun in Ogun State.
Obafemi Owode stand as a hub of agriculture, trade, producing not only food that sustain our people, but also products that fuel the economy of the state and nation. It's a land where tradition meets transformation, a place of peace, hospitality, and possibility.
The chairman further expresses readiness to strengthen ties with the Dover Legislative Council, emphasizing community-to-community cooperation built on friendship, leadership, and cultural exchange.
This visit is a journey to the roots of democratic self. As we stand in the heart of this city, we are reminded that enduring greatness begins when good people decide to serve with vision, humility, and love for their people.
Mayor of the city of Dover, Robin Christiansen, commends the initiatives of Honorable Ogunshola's administration, describing the efforts as a strong step towards deepening bilateral relations between Nigeria and the United States, with particular attention to Obafemi Owode's development drive.
We appreciate you coming to the city of Dover today to partner with Secretary Clifton so we can showcase one of Delaware's premier agricultural industries. And I so much want you to come back again so that our friendship can continue to endure and grow over the years.
The highlight of the visit was the presentation of an award to the mayor, a symbolic gesture to reinforce a friendship expected to stand the test of time. The delegation also toured the Nova Foods Corporation processing plant in Clayton, Delaware, to gather insights on strategic partnerships for processing farm produce such as sweet peas, sweet corn, lima beans, grilled chicken, and assorted vegetables.
The Ondo State government has declared zero tolerance for all forms of sexual and gender-based violence as part of renewed efforts to curb the rising cases of abuse across the state. Dr. Shio Osamaye, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, made the declaration at an event heralding the 2025 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence campaign. Dr. Shion said the administration of Governor Loki Ayedatiwa would no longer condone any form of GBV, including rape, defilement, domestic violence, and all forms of sexual or psychological abuse. She noted that the government remained committed to building an inclusive society where gender-based violence is not tolerated and where justice is accessible, timely, and uncompromised. According to her, this year's campaign places special emphasis on digital violence, which she described as silent, pervasive, and often overlooked, reaffirming the government's resolve to eradicate all forms of violence against women and girls. Osamaye assured residents that the state would continue to work closely with civil society groups, traditional institutions, security agencies, and development partners to strengthen protection systems. She added that every woman and girl have the right to live in dignity, safe, and equality, and directed relevant ministries and agencies to reinforce existing frameworks, enhance community sensitization, and ensure full enforcement of laws safeguarding women and girls. The wife of the Ogun State Governor and founder of the Ajoshi Foundation, Bamidele Abiodun, announces with deep sorrow the passing of Dr. Mojisola Florence Akinsoya, a distinguished development expert, gender specialist, and former executive director of the Ajoshi Foundation. Dr. Akinsoya served in the development sector for more than 25 years, working with leading international partners, including the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Australia, the World Bank, and the Commonwealth Fund Foundation. A career centered on advancing gender equality, strengthening women's leadership, and promoting the protection and empowerment of women and girls across Nigeria, Africa, and the Pacific. In recent years, she worked with UNDP and UN Women in Papua New Guinea under the Women Make a Change project, contributing significantly to civil engagement, gender-based violence prevention, and women participation in governance. Since 2013, she also served as a gender analyst in elections with the African Union, participating in missions across 8 countries and providing technical expertise on gender inclusion in electoral processes. As Executive Director of the Ajoshi Foundation, Dr. Akinsoya strengthened program structures, deepened community engagement, and brought exceptional professionalism to the Foundation's mission. The Ajoshi Foundation extends its heartfelt condolences to Dr. Akinsoya's family, colleagues, and partners, noting that the non-profit community has lost a respectable voice, a courageous advocate, and a champion for women and girls whose legacy will continue to inspire generations. In a bid to introduce citizenship studies, a key component of the National Orientation Agency (NOA's) National Value Charter, into Nigerian universities, a joint committee comprising NOA, the National Universities Commission (NUC), and representative of the Nigerian media has been inaugurated at NOA's headquarters in Abuja. The committee, inaugurated by NOA's Director General Malam Lanre Issa-Onilu, has been tasked with drafting a framework for the integration of citizenship studies into the university curriculum for subsequent consideration. Speaking on the initiative, Issa-Onilu described the Nigerian Identity Project, which includes the National Values Charter, as a deliberate effort to restore Nigeria to its foundational values. He emphasized that the project is not built on slogans but on action, shared responsibility, and a commitment to institutional transformation. He noted that the principles of the project are practical and must be inculcated in young Nigerians, pointing out that citizenship study have already been fully integrated into primary and secondary school curricula across the country. Issa-Onilu urged the committee to ensure that Nigerian universities produce not only graduates but responsible citizens who exemplify the Nigerian identity with honor and dignity. In her remarks, the leader of the NUC team, Mrs. Florence Onoha, thanks the Federal Executive Council for approving NOA's initiative. She described the development of a university curriculum for citizenship study as a bold step that demonstrates a commitment to nurturing responsible citizens, fostering national unity, strengthening democratic values, and positively shaping the character and future of Nigerian youth. Business News is next with Olayemi Takuro.
Hello and welcome to Business News. The federal government has pledged continued support for private sector investments capable of driving industrialization, expanding supply chains, and creating sustainable employment across the country. In a statement issued by the Ministry of Finance, the